Tracing the rise and fall of Moonlight Roller Skates was like watching the Atlanta Falcons blow a 28-3 lead in the 2017 Super Bowl.
Why? There's really no reason why.
Moonlight Roller Skates was an African-American owned roller skate company that had the entire skate community behind them. From their ambitious start to their unfortunate end, this is a story of dreams, fraud, and lessons learned. Let's roll right into the rise and fall of Moonlight Roller Skates. So Moonlight Roller kicked off in 2019 with a Kickstarter project aiming to open a skate lounge in Chattanooga, Tennessee. This whole operation was spearheaded by a black woman entrepreneur called Adrienne Cooper. Adrienne Cooper is the founder of Moonlight Roller Skates. I started skating again as a hobby a few years ago, and I really fell in love with the community, she told Travel Noir in an interview. From there, Cooper then had her sights on launching an adult roller lounge in Chattanooga for adults 21 and older. While developing the lounge, she started Moonlight X Mobile while the lounge was in its development stages. But then the pandemic hit. One of the things I can say possibly led to the downfall of Moonlight Roller is she does not completely understand the skate game. An adult roller skating rink is not a good idea because current roller skating rinks survive on family dollars. Adults who skate, they're gonna come to skate, or you're gonna open a business that's based around selling alcohol, and your insurance bills are gonna go through the roof because you're giving people who can't skate alcohol. And the way that skating rinks really get their money is the families come in, the family gotta pay admission, everybody gotta rent skates, the kids gonna be asking to eat food, they gonna want some money to play games, you're gonna have to buy them all lockers. It may sound weird, but Moonlight Roller Skates being black owned made it special.
Because you try and support a business that aligns with your own identity maybe, or you just want to support small businesses.
Jesus, she really on her behind.
For whatever reason you supporting the business.
Their victorious attitude explains it perfectly in this post. It's not about the shortage. It's about the erasure of the absolutely essential influence of people of color on roller skating culture and history, and the current almost exclusive visibility in support of white influencers and white-owned skate companies. Just look at the roller skating hashtags on TikTok and Instagram. Look at the ownership of skate companies and the people in the content they post. The black community fought hard to be allowed in rinks, and then kept them alive when it wasn't popular in the mainstream. And now white people are overwhelmingly profiting from and dominating the sport. Furthermore, leaders from companies like Impala and Planet Roller Skate, heavily tied to Moxie, have ignored, excluded, and or outright censored BIPOC voices. They hit their $10,000 goal in December of 2019. But then 2020 came and plans got flipped right upside down. The world shut down and the skate lounge was no longer viable. But no worries, Moonlight Roller was already hustling by selling merch and skate covers and even throwing pop-up roller disco events around Tennessee. They were all over Instagram too. But come February 2020, their IG went quiet until March when they dropped a skate video and announced the Moon Boot. Moonlight Roller launched the Moon Boot in 3 dope colors. Light gray, aka Mirror Ball, black, aka Night Fever, and reflective silver, aka Flash Dance. Hype was real, but so were the delays and shipping problems. Still, the brand thrived. But Moonlight Roller had a problem: quality. Breaking into the skate biz ain't easy. Skates are complex and need to hold up under pressure.
The material in front of them here is our
This is how they
sock
make the
liners,
soles.
that he'll be cutting next, and these materials are.
This is why making skates is so hard and breaking into skates is so hard. Where do you get one of those machines?
The lining, pull all the wrinkles out of the lining, get the counter.
Any
set
mistake in
the
this and
proper
your whole
position.
skate wonky.
grab a last, put it in the upper, and then run it through the machine to put the
Look at how much force he got to use to do this.
nails in the back.
You need high quality labor to put these skates together. What Moonlight Roller Skates does is they get the cheap skates from over in China. They cutting the cost there. And when they bring them back, they have different roller skating companies and an ice skating boot company come in and modify the boots. They modify the boots and plates and add additional accessories. And they use these collaborations in order to add special things to their skates so that they're not regular cheap white label skates. However, that's just the trappings. White labeling means buying cheap products, slapping your brand on them, and selling them at retail price. Their skates were supposedly made ethically in Hong Kong. Import genius. U.S. custom records from Moonlight Roller Lounge in Chattanooga. See their past imports and exports, including shipments from Dongguan Tiger Wind Industrial, a supplier based in China. They sell this data. Top ports, they shipped a little bit out of Hong Kong. Top trading partners, the Dongguan Tiger Wind Industrial Corpo, Flying Tiger Skate Ltd. Hey, no way, boy. Hey, no way, boy. Let's look at Flying Tiger Skates. Not these, anything but the Flying Tiger Skates. These joints right here. These joints right here. Call these deaf. Cause you definitely ain't gonna be hitting no skate moves riding around in these joints. Impala's gonna catch a stray. Moonlights are nowhere near as bad as Impalas. The plate isn't great and the wheels are whatever. It might be similar quality wise, but the Moonlight boot is much nicer. It shouldn't fall apart the way Impalas do. Moonlight Roller admitted their plates were stock models, a big red flag. They eventually offered a Gen 2 plate in 2021, claiming it was better, but the verdict was mixed. I just ordered moon boots on Friday. I didn't know there were issues with the plates. Some people love them, it's just preference. You actually may get the new plate. They said that the boots made after May are supposed to have it, so you might be amongst the first to get to review. They're dope. I love the new plates at no extra charge. You'll get all of this. A set of screws on adjustable stops. No more constantly tightening my stops or losing a stop. That is wild. I could not imagine. Plate width and strength. It's measurably thicker. Moonlight Rollers confirmed higher weight and bearing strength. That is wild. I would hate to imagine that. Better shape. The front is narrower and not that bulky like the common generic front of those most generic alloys, especially if you use jam plugs or need more space. Wild. Electroplanting, painted with metals that are non-corrosive like core aluminum material. Helps shines, prevents dulling and scratches and potential corrosion. No, this is not the extra cost powder coating. Old plates were scratched up, stored poorly, and potentially dulling from aluminum and dulling from corrosion. So the plates were coming in scratched. They were poorly stored and they were corroding. Definitely sounds like a rush job. The white labeling allegations hit Moonlight Roller Skates particularly hard. At the time, the American market was getting flooded with cheap skates from overseas that were wreaking havoc on people's feet. Moonlight had branded itself as a luxury lifestyle brand. So when people got whiff that they might be spending $200+ on a skate that retails for $40, it didn't sit right with skaters. Moonlight Roller Skates collabed with skate influencers and indie brands, forming their own skate team and pushing products. But they hit some ethical snags. A big drama was their collab with Grindstone, where they allegedly only paid half of what was agreed upon after backing out of a pop-up event. All the while their IG stayed silent about the chaos. For 2 years, Moonlight Roller kept rolling until autumn of 2022, when it all started crashing down. Moonlight Roller Skates was masterfully ran in concept. They drop new colors. They call them drops, dropping like an album. And in addition to having drops, they have a limited supply of drops, so you got to come in and get them fast. Moonlight Roller Skates did very good at finding an audience and making them interested in the product, but a very poor job at fulfilling the promises.
What? My package, yes. New skates, new skates. I want to be here when it arrives. Let me go upstairs and check. Nothing yet. Yep, it's supposed to be today. It'll come.
That sandwich look good.
Still nothing though. Wait, what? What? Did it just move? I beg your damn pardon, did the date just change? What is happening? January 32nd?
And this comes up over and over again. Shouts out to Nelly. Shouts out to Tim McGraw. So Double Cheesecake 7 put together the entire timeline from the Moonlight Roller Skater shipping and drops. March 29th, Moon Boots were first introduced on the Moonlight Instagram. They have some specs and a price listed of $209. April 8th, Post listed the pre-sale date for May 15th. May 11th, they posted an update telling customers to tune into their live the following day to participate in the live Q&A before the pre-sale starts. This is a live webinar sales funnel. They break down every single benefit of the product, and then they say, this is what our product is worth, but we're going to give it to you for the low price of 10 times less than that. May 14th, the owner went live to say how many skates we're selling. 1,500. Okay, we're building demand at $209. A crab tool was included, the sales stack, and they announced that international shipping would not be available but would offer internationally the next month, June, honoring the $209 pre-sale price. I want us to pay attention to that. By giving out the pre-sale price and saying that the price could specifically rise, we're introducing urgency. June 29th, somebody asked in an Instagram comment when the international drop was happening. Moonlight responded by saying August, when it was previously June. There were comments scattered asking why orders were being canceled, and Moonlight by responding by saying it was probably because all international orders were being canceled as they weren't available. I'm not sure if this was included in a cancellation email or not. Adrienne Cooper was spending a lot of money on a lot of things, but I could tell she was not spending money on a social media marketer. However, July 29th comes up and they have not been able to ship internationally as promised. So why are you dropping a new pair of skates? And this is going to become a theme inside of the Moonlight Roller Skates release schedule. July 8th, Safety Dance dropped and they sold 1,000 pairs. July 12th, a post was made to the Moonlight Roller support Instagram page stating that there was delays due to protests in Hong Kong and they would be getting the skates in the warehouse July 22nd instead of July 15th. There were different defects on the skates when they received them. So much so that they would even have defect roller skate sales where they would sell skates that had scuff marks or things missing for a much lower price. July 22nd, Moonlight announced the Emerald City skates. Comments asking about shipping dates from the May 15th launch. Moonlight responded by saying they were taking a social media break in order to address concerns in the community, unsure of what this was. August 10th, Moonlight announces a restock for August 24th and states that After Party / Klarna will be available with an estimate of 4 to 6 wait time for processing and quality assurance. August 16th, Moonlight posted an Instagram picture showing people the new colors that will be available on August 24th at midnight when they restock. A wait time was not listed. So boom, they're still unable to fulfill the past orders, but they're about to drop another color. September 21st, an email was sent out stating a 2-week delay on the August 24th drop. They have an 11-day delay on their shipment that is currently in Los Angeles, which may result in a 2-week delay. People are being told in DMs, not the email, that this is due to wildfires in Los Angeles. The DM, it goes down in the DM. Previously, people weren't allowed to cancel safety dance skates as they were pre-orders. Now they're allowing people to cancel pre-orders. Imagine, for 1 second, you buy the iPhone done busy. It's the newest iPhone model. We say that the iPhone done busy is gonna come out on May 1st. On May 1st, we say that we're gonna have to push back orders for the iPhone done busy, but we preview the iPhone Boss, which will be available for pre-order and will ship on July 1st. How long do you think that Apple Done Busy could last if Apple Done Busy tried to sell the Done Busy iPhone, didn't fulfill any orders, and then released another product to collect more money for pre-sales? You got one time to do that in most settings. However, let's count how many times they've done this. They have sold to date an estimated 6,500 skates, with only the first 1,500 of the May 15 drop shipping on July 27th. We are currently on week 10 of the July 8th Safety Dance 1,000 pairs wait times and week 4 of the August 24th 4,000 pairs drops. Moonlight has had 3 drops and each time have opened up a new round of orders without completing the previous orders. This is in 2020. On October 7, 2022, a customer posted on Reddit wondering why they couldn't get a hold of Moonlight Roller Skates customer service. This post opened the floodgates, with numerous people sharing their bad experiences working with Moonlight Roller Skates. It's from Zelina. I felt like I was being used and that the relationship I had with Moonlight was not fitty-fitty anymore. For a long time, I didn't want to be sponsored by a skate team because I didn't want to be taken advantage of again. I didn't want to come forward with reasons why I left publicly because I wanted to have faith that they were just a small business starting up. But after reading everything that happened, I wish I had spoken up sooner. I left the team early, 6 months or so before the contract renewal, for a number of reasons. One of the main reasons was inconsistent payouts for commission. I and a bunch of other team members asked multiple times if we could access the Shopify or if we could take a screenshot of the Shopify for transparency so we could see how many people use our code. However, the owner kept saying we couldn't have access because of privacy or personal information. So they would put how many people use our code on a Google sheet and then send it to us, which was suspicious. I was also sent a defective skate, and when I reached out to have it fixed, I was left on red in the DM. This is foreign. Farin. Well, I'm typoing this name. Honestly, I don't even live in the United States anymore, so that's why I feel comfortable enough to say so. But if I told the whole story, I just re-traumatized myself because it was a hard time for me. I left the team because she called me to victim blame me about a stalker who I've never met or spoke to that came to threaten and yell at me in public for blocking him on Instagram and sending me abuse for being pro-mask during COVID. Sheesh. Why did she do this? Because he was associated with one of her friends. I then lied about why I left to my followers because I was so afraid. Wow. That's wild. One of those former employees posted about how badly the company had screwed them over. They talked about the layoffs, lack of communication, and unemployment payments being held up. Employees' final checks had bounced, and some said the store still owed rent. Former employees made an IG account to collate information about the debacle. They were mainly concerned about the lack of transparency and warned customers about quality control issues with skates arriving from Moonlight Roller. The Moonlight Roller Instagram continued posting cute skate pics and pushing products like nothing was wrong. As the company continued to crumble, Cooper brokered even shadier deals to remain afloat. Reports surfaced that she used company funds to invest in NFTs. One Reddit user pointed out that she began the Vile NFT and Not Your Bros NFT. I did some digging online and I found that the Vile NFT was offering Moonlight Roller Skates bundled with a minting. I wasn't expecting this, but this is what happened when you trust the founders, and founders are 100% transparent with their community. Wifey gonna love them. Thank you, at Metaverse Mother. So alongside the purchase of the Vile NFT, you get a pair of Moonlight Roller Skates. I took an opportunity to check it out, and the Vile NFT's account is suspended. So there's no longer an account on Twitter. Haven't minted anything in a while, but the women behind these projects in amazing art. I had to. The more I look at NFTs 3-4 years later, the sillier this is. Why didn't they just save the JPEG? It actually made a resurgence a couple months ago. So if you had this and you was able to move this a couple months ago, well, sheesh. It looks like it's completely bottomed out. I did some more digging into Not Your Bros NFT and noticed that it is still active online. Not Your Bros NFT. Welcome to Not Your Bro. But in order to get into this, I have to connect a wallet. The second thing about Not Your Bro is it has an active Instagram page. NotYourBro.co. Oopsies, not the website. The Vile NFT doesn't have an active Twitter page. There's just something disingenuous about every single NFT post. Ain't no way people paying all this money for JPEG. All of these reports were amplified when local 3 Chattanooga News did an official story on Moonlight Roller Skates.
A roller skate company that rents and sells skates in Chattanooga is accused of fraud by several people across the country.
Well, the owner was listed as Forbes 30 under 30 after launching the company.
But I ain't gonna jump.
Karen Aguilar has more.
Moonlight Roller has been cleared out. However, the CEO's attorney says they are still in business online. A slew of accusations have been made.
They pulling up Reddit screenshots on them boys. This a Reddit screenshot on the news. They spoke to all parties involved and even got on Reddit to get the scoop.
On Reddit, dozens of people are complaining that Cooper owes them money. Morgan Rigaud with Skate Downtown Cincinnati claims Moonlight Roller owes them a $5,000 deposit. Rigaud says they wanted Moonlight Roller to do a pop-up skate shop with skate rentals on October 14th for the Cincinnati Skate Festival.
Hours passed. Finally, the party ends. We have no rentals. She just didn't show up at all.
That's a lot of fraud.
But wait, there's more.
Documents say SP Terry is suing Moonlight as well. The company designs boots for ice skates.
Currently owed.
I was too surprised by that fraud. It was wild.
Under the contract, but it's currently under litigation, and I'm not free to discuss the details.
And Grindstone, which collaborated with Moonlight Roller to make a roller skate boot, sent us a message saying Moonlight owes them $45,000. Cooper's attorney told us they deny the allegations made by SP Terry and they have no comment on the Grindstone matter at this time.
I'm just sick over it. We might not ever see that money again.
On October 21st, Moonlight Roller posted on their Instagram saying it had been a tough year, that employees had been furloughed and some final checks had bounced but had since been paid. They claimed they hadn't delayed unemployment intentionally and blamed it all on growing too fast.
CP cap.
Skepticism and criticism poured in, especially after beloved indie company Grindstone posted about not being paid. Disco might not be dead, but Moonlight Roller is. The story of Moonlight Roller Skates is a stark reminder of the realities of creating a roller skating company. It can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to get the product, and that's before you even make payroll. Although Moonlight Roller Skates was not able to succeed, the Black-owned roller skating businesses that I'm going to cover in my next video were able to weather the storm and come out on the top of the industry. If you want to see my next video, drop a subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can get notified when it comes out. Well, if you like the video, drop a like, and if there's something that I missed or you want to add something to the story, drop a comment down below and I'll get to that as soon as possible. Until next time, happy skating, Boss Tweezy.